We are officially ready to rock and roll.
So,
All right, I should pull up my. So is everybody? I think Emma, you were telling me you didn't do, and you were obviously probably a little distracted with what's going on. But
yeah,
um,
so I read the lesson a little bit, but I hadn't gotten started on the homework. Honestly, I had a hard time concentrating to really absorb the lesson. Um, and one of the things that really distracted me is right when I was in the middle of studying, I got a call from my realtor saying that our offer on a house had been verbally accepted, at least. And
oh,
we're really excited about that because this is like the fourth or fifth house we've been interested in, and the other ones were snatched from us. So
oh,
this one hasn't been.
oh, okay, put 'em on.
And it was a
I
close
gotta
call
get
because
permission.
it told me earlier that someone else was interested in the house as well.
Oh my gosh, I just went back to look at this homework assignment. I forgot how much I hated looking at.
Was that the homework?
Yeah, I was just looking at those last questions. I was like, oh,
And I haven't, well, I ran out of time. I haven't fully figured them out, but there's a good video tutorial about finding the percentiles. There's a formula, and so with that, it's really not that difficult to find the
okay,
percentiles.
okay.
I don't know that I can explain it, but the video's really good.
No, that's all right. It'll be. Have you guys? Hey, Jake, did you do any of the homework stuff?
I have, yep. I started off. I listened to all three videos that Brother Cromar did,
Oh, cool.
and then I actually worked through the problems on both parts so that I'd be ready for it. The one part that I had a hard time with was when it was asking between the two. Let me pull it up.
Between it's probably what we were. Me and Stephanie were having a hard time. We're trying to find between the two yesterday. Right?
Probably it was in the bottom part of the second part. I'm trying to find which one that
Yeah.
was. But I did not understand that part. And so, just like it says on the answer sheet that a lot of students will have issues with this, I'm one of those students. So,
Oh, I do. I'm glad this is my last math class. Okay, sorry, my son needs me to help him put his shoes on. Just a second.
all right.
Yeah, and then I can Sorry, Jacob. My daughter in it was just checking in after school. What part did you say you were struggling with?
Um, there was one question on part two of like the group stuff, the stuff we're supposed to do together. I was just going through it to make sure I was prepared for everything. But
Right.
it was question number. Come on, computer.
See, I still print everything off.
That's smart. You know, I like that because then you can write notes on it, and then you can
No,
keep those for your notes. So I'm going to start doing that.
that's why I've been doing it.
That's the way to do it.
It's kind of old school.
Okay, so it was E. And the
E.
answer sheet even says the concept of subtracting these may be new to students, and many people might need help with this. Yeah, that one, just why you would subtract those, I did not understand really why.
But on the video, he did something like that too, where there was a amount where you plugged in the two numbers. This might be different though.
Okay, actually, I think you're right. I just probably need to go back and rewatch that video.
Oh, I All right. Were we going to work on some problems? Is that what we were going to do?
Yeah, let's do it. I'm game.
Emma, does that sound okay?
I'm kind of lost.
Hey, where?
I have the 5 preparation assignment pulled up, and I don't see anything about subtraction.
Okay, so
not on E.
I'll just let you know, Emma, last night I was totally lost till I watched the videos. And you're probably going to have to do that, but if you listen
Well,
in,
I mean,
if you
the
just
only
kind of
E
listen
on
in
part
and
2
ask
that I
questions.
see
Go ahead.
is number 7, and it doesn't say anything about subtraction in the question.
Oh, I see. You're lost there. Okay. I was going to say, because if you're not, I
Right?
was so lost last night till I watched the videos, then things clarified. But on 7E, isn't it saying that we need to do the, so Jake, is what you're saying because it's between the 1500 and 2500?
Uh-huh. So what I thought that you would do on that would, I just thought it had to do with selecting the middle. Basically, my first thought was to select the middle part, but I guess that would just be between the different standard deviations, so that wouldn't work out. But I'll go back and I'll rewatch the video so that I'll get that part out.
Because what I'm thinking, if I remember on the video, is that, so for example, on this one, you'd have your, okay, so like if 15, so you would take 1500 minus the mean divided by the standard deviation. So that gives you one number, and then you do the 2500 minus the mean divided by the standard deviation. So then it kind of gives you your two numbers. It gives you your,
Z-scores?
yeah, your two Z-scores. If I'm using the right
Hey,
concept.
right. Yeah, guys here, bud.
If I'm using the right concept for this, I think that's what it is. Then you get the two Z-scores to give you that difference.
Oh, okay. That does make sense.
Does that make sense? There was, I can't remember. It was something on the pregnancy, conception, whatever that he used on that example.
Okay.
And on the quiz, there's another one similar to this.
Okay. Well, thanks for that clarification. That
I was going to say, if there's a way, if I can do, I can figure out how to do a screen share, I could try to figure out, was it percentiles? No, it was converting the Z-score to
Screen share on the
probability.
icons to the left-hand side. There's a little green
Right.
box with an arrow in it. That's the screen share button.
Say if we wanted to pull up the video, we could do that, but I can't remember. I'm not 100% sure which. If it's the converting it to probability or what. I think that's what it is the converting it to probability. So we could either A, watch it now, or agree, you know, if we feel like we need clarification, just watch it on our own.
I think now that you helped clarify that it makes total sense. I just need to remember that for those types of questions, that's the proper procedure.
Right, because I remember they figured out the Z-score different for those two different variables they put in.
Yes, ma'am.
That sounds right, correct?
I know. I don't know. I'll have to ask them to get to. I don't know. I'll have to ask them to get there. They're stupid.
All right. See how smart I became overnight, Josh?
I was gonna say, yeah, I'm gonna tell the math teacher you're gonna start teaching the class.
No way. I have to keep rewatching those videos over and over.
I'll be like, teacher, Stephanie is a pro on Z-scores and probabilities. She's gonna do a demonstration in front of the class.
You can download your applet on your phone too. You can download.
I saw that. Yeah, I saw that.
Anyway.
That applet actually is. I think that applet's gonna come in handy.
Now that I understand how to use it better, it's much easier.
So let's see where we. So Emma, have you done the homework questions?
No.
Okay. Did you let me see here. Jake, did you do any of the homework questions from the first part, the ones that were due Tuesday?
Yes, I did.
Oh, the ones that were due Tuesday, I did most of them. I didn't do all of them, but I did most of them.
Okay. And then there's that quiz and stuff. It was pretty easy.
Yep.
I didn't do the quiz.
Yeah, I think because I had a question when she moved all the groups.
Uh-huh.
I asked her, I was like, well, I want to, it says you have to meet with your group, so I want to answer this until I've met with my group. And she's like, just answer yes that you met with them and you'll meet with them eventually. So just answer yes on that and just take it. I'm like, okay. And I emailed her like twice just to verify. Because it didn't make sense. I emailed her twice to verify it, but.
Since everything was in flux with the groups, I was like, I guess I can't take the quiz. And I just got
Yeah.
0 for it.
Right.
I would email her and just tell her what was going on, and she's really nice actually about that.
Okay.
And
But we'll go over.
That quiz was really easy for lesson 4.
It is, yeah. The one before this is pretty easy, and so what we'll do now is we can go over the group quiz that we're supposed to do.
Right.
Yeah, we
Sure.
can go over. The ones that we only had 2 questions on.
Nice.
It's going to bring up nightmares, but it's all right. Now that Stephanie's a pro at it, I'm
I
not
was
worried.
not that clear on it last night, so I was really stressed, but now I'm understanding it better. But we got down to the last 2 questions.
Oh man, I've only got 3 more assignments to do today, then I'm done.
Rockin'.
Right on.
Yeah, this is the most credit hours I've taken, or credits, whatever. It's 18 this time.
Wow.
Usually it's 15, but yeah, I will be so glad when it's over. I don't have to go to school in the summer either, so I'm very glad.
Nice.
All right, let's see.
Okay. So do we want to just kind of do a review on those, starting with question number 3?
We surely can. I'm ready to go.
Right. So Josh,
And this the first.
or
What's
Jake and
that?
Emma, I don't know how you guys did it before with our group that's changed 3 times now. We would kind of just take turns reading the question and then answering it, and then if there's a question, we just talk about it. Or how did you guys do it before?
We really didn't do a very good job of it because we only met once,
Oh, okay.
and the other 2 group members never really met with any of our meetings, so it was just Jake and I.
Okay.
So we just read through it and then we both just kind of answered it. That's how we did it. But this sounds like a good organized way.
And so if you read the question and you're not clear, then whoever understands it can kind of explain it.
Okay.
Sound good?
Alrighty.
I'll do the first one because I know it.
Oh, I was gonna
Did
say.
did you see that easy one?
All right. All right, I'll do the next.
Okay. So I'll do 3 and then Josh, you'll do 4?
Yeah.
Okay. So the total area under a density curve must equal, and that would be 1.
Yep.
And so, Emma, do you know what the density curve is?
No, I've been really having a hard time keeping up with the class.
No, and I understand where you're at. That's totally fine. If you don't kind of understand it, though, I'm afraid you're going to get too lost. So the density curve, and you can see kind of down below is the applet of a density curve.
Mm-hmm.
And it goes more into
Where are
detail.
you reading?
Are you on the group meeting? Did you start the group meeting? Like the quiz?
Oh, no, I haven't.
Okay, that's
For 5?
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry.
So that explains it in the
Okay.
reading. That explains it pretty simple in the reading. But the total area under the density curve is 1.
Okay.
Hey, Josh.
Yeah, that's all right. I'm just pulling up my little book here. Okay, so we have the absolute normal distribution. Question. Which question did I have? 4? 5. 4.
Yeah, 4.
4. Under certain circumstances, a density curve can drop below the x-axis. That is false. It always has to stay right with it or above it. It can never go below. It will never drop below the x-axis.
Right. And didn't it say too that it never actually, in fact, touches it, right?
I think, yeah, I'm trying to put the book something to say it actually doesn't. Let's see.
Right. And then Emma also on lesson 5 in the textbook, 2.2 talks about density curves. And so those answers that we're getting right there are right in that. Number 1, the total area.
I'll be right back, guys. You're right. You're right.
And then number 2, the density curve always lies
But I
on
remember
the
what.
horizontal axis. That makes. But just so you know where to reference that, so you're not too.
I couldn't remember what a density curve is, but I remember what it is now.
I didn't even know what it was, so you're already ahead of me.
Okay.
So
You wanna-
for me, what I find most helpful is I watch the videos first, and then I go through all the reading, and it just helps clarify all of that. So.
We'll have to remind Josh to mute his mic there. And I just found out this lesson too, Jake. So I'm gonna proceed forward that same manner.
It helps for sure.
Well, Emma, do you want to take number 5 because that one should be easy for you to answer?
Sure. Normal density curve is symmetric, isn't it? Not always. Like it often is, but it's not always.
It actually is always symmetric.
Because this is different than the one that skews left and skews right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so density curve is always symmetric, but there are other curves that aren't necessarily symmetric.
Hey guys, I'll be right back.
Okay.
You're fine.
I'm just right here. Okay, cool. Just one sec.
So histograms are not symmetric, not always symmetric. They can be skewed left or skewed right. But where this is taking that data, and it's basically shaping that data based off of your mean, your standard deviations. So it's always going to be symmetric, so that you can look at the different quartiles and find different proportions. Like basically, it's just built off of. I don't know if that's making any sense at all, but
No, it's
so.
Yeah, because the data goes right into it and it forms around the data. So,
okay.
So it keeps it symmetric. So, all right, Josh, you want to do, or Jake, sorry.
No, you're fine.
Do you want to do the next?
Yep, I will.
Question?
So, which of the following represents the z-score in this image? I don't think that any of those represent the z-score, do they? Because the top one, the area is just the proportion.
Right.
The lines, those are your standard deviations, right? So.
But I think C is pointing to what, because that's where you entered the z-scores, where C is, those two little numbers down below.
Well, that's what it's asking. Okay, yeah.
So last night I wasn't so sure about it, but after thinking about it and watching it, I think that is the C is what is showing the z-score.
Okay.
So then on number 7, I'll do that one. Which of the following elements of the figure represents the probability that the random variable z will be greater than 1.00?
Which of the following elements?
I'm still not 100% on this. I'm leaning towards B though, because that upper third is showing greater than 1.00.
Yep.
Assuming that upper third is B, is what they're meaning.
I agree.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Josh isn't back just yet, right? Emma, do you want to do the next one, or do you want to just kind of listen to it?
I'll try the next one. Let's see. According to the 68, 95, 99.7 rule, what proportion of the data from the bell shape distributed will be within one standard deviation of the mean? Would it be the 68? Or, whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and on that, it's pretty simple. 68% is one standard deviation from the mean, 95% is two standard deviations from the mean, and 99.7 is three standard deviations.
Okay.
Okay, I'll do 9. Suppose random variable z has a standard normal distribution. Use the normal applet to answer this question. What proportion of the values from this random variable will be between -1 and 1? give your answer as a decimal accurate to 3 decimal places. The answer, okay.
So this is where you need the applet.
Yep.
This is where you need what?
The applet. The normal probability applet. You find it. Let me see where I found it.
You can go to byuimath.com / I think it's apps / it's like norm stats or something like that. .html. Hang on.
It's also on the group meeting. Just over on the left, if you open a new tab on group meeting, down at the bottom it says open applet.
Okay, so that's just. All right, I'm sorry. Let me read my question again in my head so that I digest what it's asking. Okay, so it's between that. So would we just highlight the center, and it would be the area between those two? So would it be 0.683? Is that correct?
That's what I'm thinking, right? So the portion of the values will be between 1 and 1. Right.
Okay.
I need to tell Josh that because we're off. Because we hadn't figured out till halfway through, we didn't figure out how you could highlight the different sections of it.
Yes, ma'am.
So, hey Josh,
Yes.
we're on number 9,
Nice.
and you and I were wrong. We were right, but we were wrong because we hadn't figured out how to change the highlighting on it.
So on number 9 we were wrong?
Yeah, so because we had the left side and the right side highlighted, not the center, and we're trying to find between 1 and 1.
Oh, that's right.
So if you go on your normal, on the probability applet 1 and 1, it's the center part of it.
So just do -1 and 1. So it'd be so it's 0.683.
Yep.
Yep.
That's what we have conceded so far.
Nice. So we're on question 10 now.
Uh-huh.
Suppose variable z has a standard. So that one we did. That one we did right then, didn't we? The -2 and 2, that should be 0.046. Or do you just take the middle part again?
Between 2 and 2, you take the middle part, but don't we have to move the standard deviation to 2 and 2?
Yeah. So that would be.
Emma, do you know how to do that?
No idea what the applet is.
Okay.
I just opened it up.
Did you just open it?
Yeah, I just opened it up.
Okay, so
I
see
did
how
not
it
use
looks.
it.
Do you see how down at the very bottom where it says z-score, it has a -1 and a 1?
Uh-huh.
Okay, and then the top of it says area.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so
So I changed it to -2 and 2.
okay, change it to -2 and 2, and then click on the center area, it will make it blue, and you want the 2 side areas to be white.
Oh, the 2 side areas to be white. Okay.
Uh-huh. Because see how we want between -2 and 2.
That's 0.955.
We all concede? Not that we have to have the same answers.
Oh no, we do have to have a full answer. What did we have last time? Did we just?
I just
how did
barely
we get
erased it. But Josh, I think it's because we weren't highlighting the center. We were just doing the edges.
Oh, that is why.
And
We were
that's
so. I think we were getting pretty tired at this point.
yeah, we were on the right path. Then.
So -3 and 3 then, for question 11, that would be 0.997.
Right.
I think, right?
That's what I've got. Which is better than our .003 that we had last time.
How did we get 0.003?
Because we weren't highlighting the center.
Oh, it wasn't highlighted. That's right. We didn't know about the highlighting. That's right.
Right, we were looking above at the above and the below. So.
That's right. Oh my gosh. Did you get that part, Emma?
Yeah.
That part, okay. The applet's pretty cool. It actually makes it a lot easier.
Yep.
A lot easier.
Question what? 12 now?
Question 12.
All right. I can read that one.
Okay.
Look carefully at your answers to the last 3 questions. What do you observe? Well, when we first did this, we got the values matched the 68, 95, 99.7 rule.
Right.
Because we did the probabilities double as you move from Z1 to Z2. I didn't notice them doubling.
Right. Is that what you're thinking, Jake?
Which one were you guys leaning towards?
I thought it was the values matched the 68, 95, 99.7 rule.
I think so as well, because it's such a small, especially those last two, the -2
Yeah.
and the -3, it's such a small difference that
It's very small.
I believe that's correct.
And also, when the Z increases, the areas between the negative Z and the Z decreases. I don't think that's right either. Because I did a few, and that one was wrong. So that's why we picked the first one.
Alrighty.
Here's where it started to get fun.
Yeah, that's good.
Here's.
But
Oh,
I think I chose different answers when I was playing around with it, but we'll see.
did you get different answers for this one?
Well, I haven't entered them. I was playing around with it. I jotted them down. So we'll see how it goes. Maybe.
Because when we first did this, we did the formula.
We were on the right track.
I think so
We were definitely on the right
too.
track. Okay.
We did the formula. Yeah, go ahead. You explain it.
Do you want me to do this one? And then Jake,
Yeah.
you seem to know what's going on, so double check me as well as Josh. And then.
I'll try to.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of fluff in this story question, but the amount of protein an individual must consume is different for every person. There are solid theoretical ideas that suggest that the protein requirement will be normally distributed in the population of the United States. The protein requirement is given in terms of the number of grams of good quality protein that must be consumed each day per kilogram of body weight. The population mean protein requirement for the adult is 0.66. So that's the information we need. Is the mean is 0.66 grams. And the standard deviation is 0.07. So on 13, what proportion of the population have a protein requirement that is less than 0.60 grams? So on that one, and to figure out the mean, or to figure out the Z, you do, let me look at my formula here. So Z equals the variable minus the mean. So our variable here is 0.60. Let me get on my calculator. So we're going to go 0.60 minus 0.66, which equals negative 0.06 divided by 0.07 equals negative 0.857. Is
Yeah,
that right, or did I use a completely wrong formula for that?
You're right. I just didn't get the negative.
Okay.
So
Mine's coming up negative. I don't know why. Because you do the variable 0.60, right? Minus 0.66.
oh, my bad. Yep.
Divided by 0.07.
Yep. That's right.
Okay. Did you get that, Josh?
Yep.
But then it asks what proportion, right?
Right. So now this is where I'm trying to figure out. Now, do we plug that Z number into the template?
Yep. Put the z-score in on the.
So we're going to put the Z-score in. 0.857. And then the number we're looking for is what proportion of the population that is less than. So do we look at completely just the left side, or do we look at everything left of the? Like,
I think it's the left. I think it's the middle because it's including up to. So I think it's the middle part or wherever that is, all the way to the left.
I think that it's. I could be totally wrong, but I think that it's the left side because by calculating the 60,
Mm-hmm.
it's taken it specifically for what that 60 is, and it gave us the negative one, and so I think that's our starting point, and that we shade left of that. I think because they're asking what's. I could be wrong though.
No,
That's what I'm thinking. It's the less than side.
And so then we just take that proportion number off of that.
So that would be 0.196.
I think so.
that's that's for 13?
Yeah.
See, that's what we got for the next answer. We got that answer for the next one.
So, okay, so what did we do?
What proportion of the population have a protein requirement that is more than 0.6? Okay, so then I think for 14, I would deselect the below and I would shade everything above it. I think that's how I would do it, but I could be totally wrong.
Okay, and see, Josh, what you and I did last night is on 13, anyway, we selected the center and the left. So that's what we have to figure out is which one do we select.
Because that's,
Okay.
I don't know. So what's the z-score? Let me go put it into this thing. What is the z-score?
Negative 0.857. Unless they're both just the same answers and we're going...
Because we shaded the middle part or whatever and the left, that's how we got the 0.804, right?
Yeah. Oh,
would that be your answer? Because see how where the red dot is?
Mm-hmm.
Or I mean not the red dot, where the red line starts on the right by the 1?
Yep.
See where that red line starts, I think that is the average of the 0.60. So I think that's why we take everything left of that. But I don't know. I can see where you're saying we don't. It's already been selected. I mean that makes sense too.
I think we do take Well, I think for the second question we take everything right of the lower line.
Everything right for the second question. Yeah. I agree. Because that would be that's what we got.
And then just everything left from that line. So for the first question, I think it's a 0.196, and for the second question, I think it's 0.804.
That's what I think it is too.
Okay.
Okay, so we just had them switched around then. Is that what we did?
I think so.
Yeah.
It's kind of tricky knowing where to look.
It is tricky. It is tricky. So then for 13, you got the 0.197?
6.
Oh, 6, sorry. And then for question 14, that was the 0.8 something.
804.
So then on 15, we just do that. We have to just do the formula again to get the z for 0.70, right?
Yep.
So 0.70 minus 0.66 divided by 0.07.
I think we did this one. It just depends on
which way to shade.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So that z-score would be 0.571. Man, did I? Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So what is it for 15?
Okay. Let me read and see which way to shade. What proportion of the population have a protein requirement that is less than? Now I think we shade. Now we're going to shade the middle and the lower one, I believe. So I think that the proportion would be 0.716. Is that right?
So it just clicked in my head how this is working. I'll just explain it. You guys probably already know this. But on the applet, the mean would be the 0.66. So therefore, that red line to the left is going to be your 0.60, and the line to the right is going to be the 0.71. So that's how you know which ones to shade above it or below it.
Oh, you're right.
So right now we're looking below 0.70, and so we're looking, so the 0.770 is the line on the right, so that's why we shade everything.
To the right.
Does that
Okay.
make sense? At least that's the way my brain's interpreting it.
Right.
So, wait, for 13, I put 0.196. Should I have highlighted the middle too?
No, I think that's. I don't think so.
No.
That's what I originally did, but
No, because
I don't
it's
think
less
we do.
than. So if you're thinking of that left red line as the 0.60, we want less than that. So we want just the left side shaded and not the center.
Because I feel like you do the same thing with 13 and 15, only you have a different Z.
Right, exactly. Well, no.
Kind of.
Well,
It's your Z. See, your Z that you got on 13 is a negative Z-score, and so you have to start at that lower one. But then on 15, your Z comes out positive, so you start at the same number that you get for your Z-score. You start at that one, and then if you're looking above, you shade up. If you're looking below, you shade down. I think, if that makes sense. I could be wrong, but
I see what you're saying, Emma, though. I see where you're coming from, too. And I'm just not sure.
yeah, that's. I mean, it's. Yeah, I don't know because
Okay,
it could go either way when you think about it. Because
so for 13, just shaded to the left of the left bar, right bar, right? Because it's a positive number. Is that what you're saying?
on which number?
15? That's what it sounded like you guys were saying.
Yeah.
And that's why I was confused.
Because your Z-score on that comes out to be, what was it? I clicked away. Let's see. So your Z-score on that comes out to be 0.571. And so you plug that in. Because it's 0.571 and not negative 0.571, we use
Okay, yeah,
0.571.
I understand it now. Okay.
And since we're looking below, we shade below, and then you take the area of it, which that gives you the probability of selecting one that's in that or whatnot. So
Okay, I understand now. Thanks.
no
Sorry,
problem.
took some
Hey, don't
Yeah,
worry
I
about
mean-
it. Some of this stuff is super confusing, and oof, I'm glad other people are patient because I need lots of help.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm impressed, Emma, that you're understanding already this quick.
Yep.
I mean, me and Stephanie understood it pretty good last night. We just wanted to act like we didn't because we knew what we were doing. We knew what we were doing.
Sister Cook's going to be like, why do you have these 2-hour sessions?
Because we have a cool group.
Because we didn't watch the video before. Okay, anyway.
So, 15 is 0.716, right? Is that where you guys are getting?
Yep.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And I think on 16 we felt pretty good that we got the right answer on 16.
Right.
But now,
Okay. Yeah. You guys just taught me how to do this one.
Okay, so how do you... So
16 one. Yeah.
So you do this one, Josh. What's this one?
Okay. So we're going to take our first Z-score and we subtract it from our second Z-score, right? And then, let's see. Let's see, our first Z-score, plug that in, it was 0.60 minus 0.66 divided by 0.07. Okay, I'm going to store
It was
that.
the negative 0.857,
Yep.
right?
Yep. And then the next one was 70, or sorry, 0.7 minus 0.66 divided by 0.07. Okay, now we're going to so with subtracting, we got to be careful which one we start with. And so it's asking,
Yeah, so you just subtract the smaller one from the larger one.
okay,
So the 71 minus the 61.
I think you subtract the whatever, I can't remember, the negative something from the...
How did we
I
come
have
up with
to-
our number, Josh?
Well, we did, I think we did it right. We, let's see,
I don't
because we
even know
got
how we got it,
0.52. We got 0.52, right?
Yeah, but how did we get it?
So we do...
Two shades below.
Oh man, sorry guys.
No, you're fine. Trust me, we were... Once
It
we hit
was-
30, we could have...
Is it? She wants us to go out 3 decimal places. Did you guys get 1.429?
No, we got we got 0.52.
Okay.
I don't remember how we got that though.
I don't remember how we got it
I'm
either.
questioning myself.
Okay, we were so tired when we were doing this. All right, let me do
We
this
were.
one. All right, let me go grab my...
Finding probability. Let's see. Yep. Okay, I'm pretty confident that it's the 1.429.
I think 0.429.
It's 1.429.
1.429.
So Josh or Jake, walk me through that just really fast.
Okay, so
What's that?
first I just found the. Are you guys doing
Is it
that?
I'm doing the echo. Oh man.
I think, does everybody have their headphones in?
Yeah.
I don't have headphones. Both mine got lost a few months ago.
Okay.
Why don't?
Emma, can you mute it? Can you
I
mute it
did
for
just
just a
mute it
second?
and then unmute it.
Okay. Keep it muted for just a second, or like, and see if that stops it. There we go.
Oh, that's not it.
But now
Okay.
she can't hear.
Sorry.
No, that's okay.
But if you're muted, you can still hear us, right? We just can't hear you. Is that correct?
Yeah, so anytime I want to talk, I'll have to...
Okay.
Okay, that works perfectly. All right, so I just took to find Z1, I just took the, what was it, 0.60 and went minus 0.6 divided by your sigma, which is 0.07, and then I saved that number, and then I found my second z-score. I took 0.7 minus 0.66 divided by 0.07, and that gives us our second z-score. And then to find out between that, to find the probability of whatever between those two numbers, you just take that first one and you subtract from it your second z-score. So you take z1, which was, let's see, I saved them as variables.
Wasn't like -0 something?
Yeah, it's negative 0.857 minus 0.571, and that will give you 1.429. And if you flip those, if you reverse those, it'll give you the same number. It'll just switch whether it's negative or positive. So, but
And it has to be positive. It has to be positive.
yep.
So
So
I think
But don't you want to minus, or don't you want to have like the 0.7 minus 0.61? Right, because Z1 is the 0.61 you said, and Z2 is the 0.71.
okay. Z1 is your negative. It's negative 0.857. That was our Z1.
But
The
I'm
way
just thinking of,
sorry, go ahead.
I mean, I think that it more matters what the original, the 0.7 and the 0.6, not the actual Z numbers.
If you look on the lesson, on let's see, it's section.
section 3, I think.
Yep, section 3.3.1, or I guess 3.3. It'll show you.
Okay.
So don't worry, like that one confused me with the preparation, the personal preparation. That one is one I missed. So it's kind of slightly confusing, but
Okay, so where do we plug that number? What do we do with that number now?
so I think that number is your answer.
That's the answer. That's the,
Yep, the difference, let's see.
that's the random probability.
Yep. Well, that shows you the random probability between those two, the 0.7 and the 0.60. So
And you guys got 1.428?
429. Yep. After you round up that.
Okay, and it wasn't
Oh,
negative?
1.429.
Oh, you didn't get negative. Nope.
Jessica, it doesn't matter because you can't have a negative number.
Right.
Let's see, yes, I know it says right there.
So when you subtracted, did you subtract negative 0.857 minus 0.571?
Yep.
That's what I did, yeah. Yeah, I'm just getting negative, well, 1.428.
Yep.
Yeah, mine's coming up negative 1.428 also.
But we can't. But that doesn't. But that's not going to change the answer because all you have to do is just switch the 0.571 and minus that because it says right here, make sure your answer is positive. You get the exact same answer. It's just the other way is positive.
Okay.
So 571 minus 857?
Yeah, do that and you should get 1.428.
You don't.
You don't get it?
I did. I didn't round my numbers before I did the second calculation just because sometimes that throws it off. And so with those big, nasty, long numbers, I just save it in my calculator as a variable, and that way you don't have to worry about typing it all in. But rounded up, it ends up at 1.429.
Right.
1.429, okay.
Okay.
Everybody kosher on that?
Yeah.
I'm very kosher on that. Very, very kosher.
Okay.
This is where we I think we're just done by these two questions.
Yeah, we were. Let's see if we can do this though. The percentile. Oh, I watched the video on this, but I don't remember it.
Okay.
Jake, did you answer these ones already?
I just remember on the video for percentile, they would take it and they would plug it in. They do point. It's asking for the 35th.
Right.
35th, yeah.
0.35. You put that into the area,
Mm-hmm.
and it will give you your z-scores on that. But let's see. Let me read the question.
See, that's what the man when me and Stephanie first talking. That's what I thought too. Is that you put in the 35 and then you figure out the shaded area.
Right, and on the video though, it says to shade your areas first that you want before you plug in your 0.35 up at the top.
Oh, really? Okay.
If I remember right. So what areas do we want shaded first?
Good question.
For the protein. Oh my gosh, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Let me go down to there.
The requirement would be the average, so it's just the middle.
See, that's what I thought. So then, if it's just the middle, then it would be wouldn't it be 0.454?
That's the middle? Where'd you get that number?
Oh, I'm just looking. I don't know if that's the middle. I'm just looking when I typed in the 35 percentile in the area. I'm just looking at the z-score thing, but I don't think it's asking us for the z-score. It's asking us for like the probability, I think, isn't it? Find the 35th percentile. I don't know, maybe that is it. I don't know. Maybe.
I think it's to the left.
Find the 35th percentile.
I remember
I mean, the requirement for adults, for them to have the protein, it's the average for adults. And so that would be the middle. And if you highlight the middle and then input the 0.35, then it comes out with 0.454.
0.454. That's right.
But when it's asking about the 35 percentile though, that's like not the average of the whole number though. It's what's up to that 35.
The 35 would be like below, like not the average adult needs this, but some adults need less than the average. And this is saying what are the requirements for the average adult.
Where are you seeing average at?
I don't know. It says find 35 percentile for the protein requirement for adults. And adults, I see that as like all adults.
Okay, I'm reading through 3.4 on the.
Okay, I'm going to have to bail. I have to go pick up a child. So I will work on this on my own.
Okay, thanks for all the help. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Hey Stephanie, if I get it, I'll text you what we got.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay.
Yeah, then I'll kind of figure it out.
Okay.
It was nice meeting you.
Okay.
You too. Okay. And then we can just put out an email in the next day or two for when we can meet, either on Monday or Tuesday of next week.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Get that stuff.
Cool.
Okay.
All right. Bye, guys.
See ya.
Okay, bye.
Oh, yeah.
I read the thing, like I swear I read that last part of the chapter so many times yesterday. And I wanted to see what we started to do was, if you go down to 3.4, that's probably what you're reading anyway. 3.4 talks about calculating percentiles.
Right.
And it gives you, and it talks about a formula, and I'm just not sure how to get that formula. Because they're trying to find something that says the 25th percentile.
So I think this is the formula where it's saying normally we solve for x. So what we've been doing the whole time is finding, or I mean, sorry, normally we've been solving for z. We've been finding the z-score. But since, okay, yeah, this is how we do it. I just remembered. Okay, so normally we're solving for the z-score, right? So it's, now we're going to solve for x. So we're going to go x equals, let me think this through in my head for 1 second. It's going to be x equals, x equals this times this plus this. Okay, yeah, it's going to be x equals the mean plus the z times sigma. So it's going to be x equals whatever the average is, whatever the mean is, plus the z-score times the standard deviation, and that will give us our x, and so that'll give us a number, the quantitative value of whatever the percentile is that we're trying to solve for. So we start off by, on the template, if you just type in 0.35, because that's the number for the 35th percentile,
right,
then it gives us that z-score, and it says take the one on the bottom right box, so it'd be 0.385. So
Wait, which part are you highlighting?
I don't think it matters where you highlight right now.
Because the top part is the area, and so it depends on what part you're highlighting as to what the z-factor will be when you type in 0.35.
It actually won't change. If you select all the different areas,
They don't change.
Your z-score stays the same.
Okay, so I originally did just the center and then typed in 3.5, and the z-score was 0.454. And now I'm going to just highlight the left, or the right, just highlight the right, and now I'm typing in 0.35, and it changed the z-score.
All right, hop on the online book. Lesson 5. Section 3.4.
But the top part is the area, so it depends on where you're highlighting.
Yeah, we're not trying to find we're just trying to find the z-score. And so it walks you through step by step.
But if you're using the template, that top box, whatever you type in will be the area. And if you type in 0.35, it's like you're saying that 0.35 is the area of whatever you're selecting.
That's exactly what we're looking for, because we're looking at the 35th percentile, and what we're trying to do is find out what the quantitative number is for
But
that.
it depends on what section you're highlighting.
Okay. It all comes out to be the same. Just as long as one's selected, just go ahead and put 0.35. Hit enter. It gives you the same z-score on all of them.
It gave me, when I did that, it gave me 0.454.
When you put 0.35 in area?
Yeah, I highlighted the center, and then I did 0.35 for the area. And the z-score came out to be 0.454.
Okay, so you need to have the lower part selected as well.
Okay, so it does matter, because before you were saying it didn't.
Okay. So select the lower part. Because the 35th percentile is going to be everything from 0 up to a certain number. And we're looking for that certain number, so we need to have at least the lower thing selected. For any percentile, you're always going to have at least the lowest one selected.
Okay.
Okay, now that we have that,
So we're going with the
take the-
0.35, right? Sorry.
you're okay. I didn't get that because of the echo.
The 0.385? That's what we got.
Yep.
Okay.
And so our average is Didn't the problem tell us our average was 0.66?
0.66.
So 0.66 plus it's going to be 0.385 times 0.07. And that gives us our x, and so it comes out to be 0.687. And that's our answer, I believe.
I think so too.
Okay, now because we're in the 80th percentile, that's above our
Our average.
yeah, and that's, and I think those lines represent the first red line represents our 25th percentile, and our second red line represents the 75th. So on this one, I'm guessing, I could be wrong, I need to play with it for a second, but I'm guessing that it's just going to be the far right side selected.
I actually 100% agree with you.
Okay.
Because we're just quartile, so the left would be the quartile 1, the middle would be, the middle would be quartile 2, 50%, and then 10 of the
Alrighty.
So if we put in, and we just want the right side or the left side shaded?
It actually changed mine. I just had the right side shaded.
Okay.
And it moved mine after I did it. So I don't know.
I want the shade.
I got 0.719 for an answer. Did anybody else?
I got 0.719 too.
Okay.
When me and Stephanie were trying to do it, we were looking at the. I think we were way off on what we were trying to do, but we were looking at the formula for. If you go down on your homework to 3.4.
Okay.
And read about calculating the percentiles using the normal distribution.
Uh-huh.
See, we figured we got that, but then if you go below that, it gives you like all this weird equation that you have to do. But I think this one is for finding out like the 90th percentile of like a battery score or something like that. But we were trying to do this formula right here to find out that answer. I think we were just making it way too hard.
Okay. So looking at that one, good thing you brought that up. Looking at that one, it looks like we do need to keep those lower two selected, or a lower one, at least the bottom one selected.
Yeah, you keep them both selected, correct, yep.
My z-score is 0.842.
0.842?
Yeah.
That one's for 18, right?
I believe so.
Yes. Sorry, I had a hard time getting the unmute button to press. I don't know why.
Okay. So the 80th percentile protein requirement for adults is 0.842?
When you have the bottom two sections selected, yeah.
And Jake, you were saying that you thought you did have to have the bottom two selected, right?
Yeah, I think you need to, just because on that one they're calculating the 90th percentile and they have just the bottom two. So.
And we're doing the 35th percentile.
Oh,
Oh, no, we're doing 80th, sorry. I was
Okay.
doing the first one, yeah, sorry. No, I never said. No, I think that's right. Actually.
I've got to duck out, guys. So
No,
thanks for all the help.
Yeah, just whenever you guys have a good time, Emma, it's probably going to be a little crazy for you. Totally understandable. But whenever you get a time that works, I'm pretty flexible. So whatever works for you guys, I can do.
Sweet.
Okay. And so what did you get for the answer for 18?
0.842.
Okay.
I got.
Is that what you guys?
Oh, no. Not for the answer. For the z-score.
Oh yeah. That was for the z-score, and then we need to calculate the answer.
Yeah, so then you go 0.66 plus 0.842 times 0.07. So. Alrighty. Thanks, guys. We'll keep in touch.
What did you get? Did you do that sign?
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
I got a 0.719 for the answer.
Okay.
All right, guys. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good luck.
You too.